So today I'm doing a review of this USB fan. It's called SmartDevil. Got it from Amazon, and it's a 4-inch fan, and I bought it for the purpose of ventilating the shelves of sort of a grow tent, or an area that I have grow lights that I grow seedlings on. And I wanted a small fan that would provide some movement of air, but not too much, so it didn't mess up the plants. And I thought I would give it a try. So it runs on USB power. It does not come with the I guess you call it a wart, or the power supply for the USB. You can plug it into any USB power supply, such as a PC, one of these, a power bank, whatever. So I'm going to plug this in. And so you can rotate where you want to direct the air here. It's got like notch settings, but you could put it in between two notch settings. It would stay in place. And the switch is on the back right in the middle. And if you press it once, slow speed, second time medium speed. Whoops, I must have skipped one. You got to be careful to do a quick tap. 1, 2, 3. 3 different speeds. So now the next thing is, would a fan that's just powered off a simple USB outlet be powerful enough to move enough air to do the job? So in order to demonstrate that, I have a piece of paper that I'll move at different distances at different speeds of the fan so you can see the effect of it. And I have an anemometer, which I use when I fly my planes to measure wind speed. And so we'll measure wind speed in miles per hour at different distances and at different speed settings from the fan, so you can get an idea of how much air it puts out. And then at the very last thing is, we'll measure how much noise it makes with a sound meter. So here we go. This will be first speed. And we'll start out with just the paper. You can see, like, if you're holding it up, I'll move back a couple feet, 4 feet from the fan. And we'll go a little further. I would say we're about 6 feet. Go about 8 feet. And I can feel it still. It's just a gentle breeze. And I'm going all the way to the end of the room. And again, I can feel just a very quiet breeze. And if I could hold this thing more still, you would see the effect of the air moving on it. So we'll do the same thing for the other speeds. So we'll go to the second speed, medium. So you can see that's a lot more powerful. There. And going out about, I don't know, 8 feet or so, you can still see the effect of the fan blowing on it. And then we'll go to high speed. And now we're, I would say, about 8 to 10 feet away. And it's, I feel a lot of air moving. And I'm all the way across the end of the room, and I feel it. I mean, it's not going to blow me over, but I feel a comfortable cooling breeze from all the way over there. Now, we'll do the same kind of thing, only we'll use the anemometer to measure wind speed velocity. So, low speed, I'm getting, at this distance, 5.6 miles per hour at this distance. If I go to the end of this 4-foot table, I have 1.5 miles per hour. And over here, it's not even measured. It's just registering 0. It's not enough to move the fins on the anemometer. All right, so we'll go to middle speed. So now we're at 7.8 miles per hour. At 4 feet, we're at 3 miles per hour. And going out, we'll make it 6 feet. It's not registering. And then we'll go high speed. And we're at 9.5 to 10 miles an hour. At 4 feet, we're at 4 miles an hour. And going out about 8 feet, about 0.3 miles per hour. Barely registers, but at least it does register. It's enough to move this to register. So I'm going to turn this off. And now we'll measure the sound, how noisy the fan is. So I have this old Radio Shack sound meter that I use for my audio equipment. And whenever I want to get a sound reading. So there's a little bit of noise in the room from a PC server that's sitting back here, and a little bit of rain outside. But if I stop talking, it's registering low. So at about a foot from this, it's registering 80 decibels, and this is on low. 76 decibels, low. Put it on medium. So this is registering 90 decibels. Doesn't really seem like it's 90 decibels, but that's what it's saying. 80, 80, low. And this is saying 96. Doesn't sound right to me, because I mean that sounds like almost like what you get from a lawnmower, and it's not that loud. 88. 58. Still saying 58 back here. And one last thing I want to do is I'm going to take, just to double check the decibel readings, I have a second sound meter on my cell phone. So let me pull that up and compare. Let's see, sound meter. Here we go. All right. Now this sounds more reasonable to me, what I'm getting off my cell phone. And it may be just the way how the sound meter is configured that I'm getting those, what seem to be inappropriately high reading. But this is registering around 70 on high. Back here is 48. And again, just off the top of my head, comparing to, you know, normal speech sounds would be around 75 decibels, 70, you know, somewhere around there. This is lower than speech sound. So I think my cell phone's giving me a more accurate reading of the sound level. Give me 35. Well, let's turn the speed down. This is 2, sound medium setting. 65. 38. 30. And this will be the low setting. 55 decibels. 35. 30. So there you have it. Now, I did have a problem with this, and it does not work out for my original application, which was to put this on a timer and to have it come on when the lights of my grow lights come on. So, because during the evening it doesn't get that hot. Without some sort of ventilation, the area around the plants gets up to 95 degrees. And a lot of the plants don't do well when it gets that hot. So that's why I wanted to get the fan. And so I wanted to put it on a timer. Well, the problem is it works fine when it goes to turn off. But when it goes to turn back on again, it doesn't come on. After the power comes on again, you have to press the on button. It's an electronic switch. It's not an analog switch. And so it can't be turned on by the power coming back on. It has to be manually pressed, and that totally makes this unusable for a timer application. And I have no way around that. So I would need a totally different fan to work in a timer-based application. But if you just want a small fan for a little area fan around your workstation, your bedroom, or whatever, a small area, and you just want a small gentle breeze, this works out pretty well. And yeah, you hear it, it's not terribly loud. And if you have enough other background noise in your room, such as a refrigerator or an aquarium or something else going on making a little noise, you may not even notice it's on. So I hope this helps you in deciding whether this fan will work out for your application. Thanks for watching.